Hello everyone, I'm Thuận from Blackpink Group. Our group topic today will be learning and comparing the negotiation culture about different countries. So the term of negotiation refers to a strategic discussion that resolves an issue in a way that both parties find acceptable. In a negotiation, each party tries to pursue that the other to agree that their point of view. Negotiation involves some give and take, which means one party will always come out top of the negotiation. The other thought that will be concerned, even if that concession is nominated. So negotiation can be defined as an exchange of discussion between two or more parties with the goal of reaching an initial proposal and agreement. So let's get started to interview the foreigners.
On negotiation, very simple. You have to know what you're negotiating for. You have to be very sure of your own position. And be prepared to know how much compromise you're going to make from that position. Because at some stage, there's a cutoff. Yay or nay?
Yes, and do you think any difference about negotiation in your countries and in Vietnam?
I've never negotiated in Vietnam, but I suspect it'll be less flexible than it is in Australia.
And I've had a little bit of experience so far. I find that it's very important to do this to build trust with the person you're trying to do business with, to buy or sell. It's you can come up with a deal to make everyone happy. I find there's always a price, especially the street vendors. You can always come up with a good price to have a good deal.
Do you find any disadvantage? Did you find it hard when you negotiated
yes.
in Vietnam?
Yes, because in Germany it's not common to do this.
Yeah.
Never. So there's always fixed prices. And when we went here, it feels a bit different because we don't know the prices. We know it's cheaper than in Germany, but we don't know the real price. And we also know that the price would be for us much higher than for local people. That's for sure. And it's hard for us too, because I think when you do it, you can't, you shouldn't be too interested, but actually you really want to buy this. And it's hard for us. It's not common.
So I'd say the main difference is the topic of money, actually. So I think, and I've negotiated in the past with Western clients. Usually the budget is something that comes up like kind of later in the conversation, later in the negotiations. We'll talk about the creative, we'll talk about the deliverables, we'll get excited about the project. But in Asia, I think the negotiations are generally more direct, and we go straight to talking about the money very early on. And that's kind of the key element of the negotiation, right from the start.
And do you think trust is important in negotiation?
I think trust is probably one of the most important things in a negotiation, because you can't actively negotiate with someone if you don't trust that they're going to deliver on what they're promising. So if you don't trust your partner, then how can you enter into a partnership?
And do you think how long the negotiation will last?
So I think the length of negotiation really depends on what it is that you're negotiating. So are you negotiating like a film project? For instance, in my industry, like that negotiation might last months because the film itself is not going to start production until next year. Are you negotiating like a commercial, which has a hard deadline in like a month? So maybe we need to get the negotiation underway right away, and it could just last a couple of hours. Are you negotiating with a vendor? About their day rate or something? That could, again, just be a day or half a day, or even just one phone call. So it really depends on what it is that you're negotiating.
So you guys just have saw all the footage that we just interviewed the foreigners about the negotiation and the difference about the culture of the foreigners and the Vietnamese, right? So thank you for watching and see you later.